Loneliness or solitude. There is a huge difference between the two. Although the situation might appear the same on the surface and from the outside, you are alone, no one is beside you, there is still a significant difference in how the two are experienced. To understand this, you first need to grasp what exists in solitude. What exists in solitude, in the situation where no one is around you? What is there in this situation at all that could be appreciated or focused on? Most people respond to this question by saying, well, that's the problem, that when I'm alone, there is no one there. This answer is very talkative because, in essence, it already reveals the difference. After all, my question was about what is there in solitude, while the answer pointed out what is not there. In other words, the answer focused on what was missing. Let me ask again, what is it that does exist in solitude? In solitude, you are there. You. And if you can focus on the fact that you are there and know how to feel well in your own company, then it means your solitude is essentially a state of being with yourself. And if you can feel fine being with yourself, in other words, an intelligent person can be sufficiently stimulating company even for themselves, then you will find plenty of activities to do alone that entertain you. For instance, you can devote time to your hobbies. You can do things you wouldn't otherwise be able to do with others. You might put on a face mask, take a relaxing bath, crochet, go for a run, or indulge in your interests that you usually don't have time for. Many people enjoy being alone. They are the ones who are not truly alone but are with themselves. In those moments when you are with yourself, you don't feel bored. There's always something happening that you can enjoy and make useful for yourself. In such moments, you can develop yourself, and you will find that these moments allow you to generate a lot of positive energy for yourself. In your solitude, in being with yourself, there is no lack, but rather abundance. If your initial answer to my question was that what exists in solitude is that no one is there, then what actually happened was that your attention was focused on what is missing. You don't find yourself interesting enough. You, as your own companion, raise significant questions. Who are you? What can you be used for? What are you capable of? How can you rely on yourself? These thoughts appear as huge question marks in your mind at such times. This is why your focus doesn't turn inward, because you only perceive yourself as a bundle of questions. Your attention turns outward, searching for someone to be with you. And naturally, the answer arises in you that there is no one in solitude because your attention is scanning the outside world. You are focused on what is missing. When your focus is on the lack, when you notice that no one is around to give you feedback, attention, or entertainment, you are essentially trying to exist in a vast void filled with enormous question marks. This is a very unpleasant experience for anyone. The essential difference between solitude and feeling lonely lies in what your focus is on. In solitude, in being with yourself, you focus on what is present, what can be done, and the opportunities and solutions available. You feel lonely, however, when your focus is outward. You see only question marks in yourself. You can't value or utilize yourself, and you cannot see yourself as a good companion. You desire the outside world to provide you with attention, interest, and entertainment. Loneliness consumes you. Loneliness makes you ill because you are constantly in a state of scarcity. You are not present in your own life. You are not at the center of your being. If you are not living your life from your center, this lack, this loneliness, can eventually manifest as an illness within you. You might become a bitter, unhealthy person. So, what's the solution? I think the solution becomes quite clear. To escape loneliness, that state of outward focus and concentration on what is missing, you need to learn to turn your attention inward and focus on what can provide energy in your world and your immediate environment. What can bring you joy? Turn your focus toward activities that recharge you and bring you happiness. or seek the company of people who energize you, with whom you can share joyful experiences. Don't let the sense of lack or loneliness overwhelm you. Learn to be with yourself too. Of course, all this becomes an even bigger problem when loneliness and the sense of lack are experienced in what we call social loneliness. This means that, although there are people around you who could be important to you, you still feel an emptiness within you, a sense of lack. You experience it as if you're not receiving enough attention. In this state of social loneliness, the same thing happens as when your attention isn't turned inward. You are not at the center of your being. Instead, your focus scans the outside world, constantly longing for someone else to validate you, entertain you, and provide you with energy. You long for reassurance that you are loved. When your focus is on these external impulses and energy sources, and they fail to provide enough attention, you will remain stuck in the lack. But this time, you are experiencing it in social loneliness. The solution here is the same. Learn to focus inward, be attentive to yourself, and incorporate activities into your life that give you energy and a good mood. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and share this video or its link with your loved ones and friends who you feel could benefit from it. Stay with us here on the channel, where we will continue to guide you on self-awareness and psychological topics to help you find greater peace and harmony within yourself. For now, thank you for your attention. I wish you lots of success, good health, plenty of money, love, a happy relationship, and everything else you wish for yourself.